Welcome to Times Sports Media Day 2023, where today we're going to be speaking with each of the 11 high school football programs in Hall County. This year's event is presented by Northeast Georgia Health Systems, sponsored by Jim Shorkey Auto Group, Jackson EMC, hosted by our friends here at Liberty Utilities, and a special thank you to Boot Barn Hall in downtown Gainesville. Now we're joined by North Hall and second-year coach Sean Pender, who brought two of his players here today, Tanner Marsh and Zeke Harris. Coach, let's just dive right into it. How's the summer been for you, and how excited are you about this upcoming season?
Very excited about this upcoming season. You know, this summer's gone by so fast. So we've had a very busy summer. We've been getting after it in the weight room. We've been going to different 7-on-7 tournaments. We went to 2 TA camps. What was it, three 7-on-7 tournaments this summer that we participated in, and then just worked on our own physical conditioning, and just worked on some new schemes and stuff like that, trying to fit our personnel a little bit better. And it's been an exciting summer. I'm ready to see what we're going to do. And
talk a little bit about each of these two young men you brought. You have obviously a locker room full of guys you like, but these two in particular, what makes them special?
Well, absolutely. You got a ton of really good players that are great young men, but I brought one from the defensive side of the ball, one from the offensive side of the ball. Zeke Harris is a linebacker who's started for us last year, and I believe he played quite a bit the year before I got there, but last year he was one of our leading tacklers, and he's just one of those young men that do what he's supposed to do on and off the field. He's a model in the classroom, and he's just he's the type of guy that you want your son to be. And those are the type of guys I like to represent North Hall. Tanner Marsh, same scenario. He's representing the offensive side of the ball. He again does what he's supposed to do on and off the field. He's a great character role model in the school building, and both these young men do a phenomenal job in our locker room. Definitely team leaders, and that's why they're here today.
In Hall County, this is shaping up to be a year where there's going to be a lot of great quarterbacks, and Tanner's certainly a quarterback who can sling it around pretty well. Is that going to be one of the strengths of your offense?
Yeah, absolutely. I look at Tanner. I think the number one strength that he's a leader. He's the type of guy that, and he proved it last year when he got hurt last year, and he went over to the defensive side of the ball and he battled for his team. He earned a lot of his teammates' respect. He's the type of guy that the rest of the team will follow down an alley and go to war with, and that's the type of guy you want to be your quarterback. Throwing the ball, yeah, he can throw it, he can run it, he's a dual threat, but his leadership style and skill is what separates him from others.
Now, let me open this question up to you two guys. Coming off of a 3-7 season, how excited are you to get back out there on the field and play some football?
So we went 3-7 last year, obviously, but I think this year's gonna be a lot different. We brought in a new coach, a whole new defensive scheme. I think it fits our personnel much better. We're gonna be much more effective at stopping the run, and I think that defensively we're gonna do our jobs, and I know offensively we're gonna do it too. Since last year we were really good on offense. I think this year's defense is much better than last year, so I think we're gonna improve a lot.
Definitely on the offensive side of the ball. Coming out last year, brand new offense, going from a wing tee to a spread, kind of throws you off a little bit. But definitely this year, you could tell coming out in spring, we were light years ahead of where we were last year. So I think we'll be pretty effective on the offensive side of the ball.
And Coach Pender, tell me this a little bit. Some people might not be familiar. The genesis of your spread formation came from your mentor, the great Mike Leach. Tell me a little bit about the formation y'all are going to have out there.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Mike Leach, miss him every day. It's sad that he's gone. He was just another one of those men that not only was he a genius when it came to offensive innovation, but what a great guy. What a great guy to spend time with, the way he was. And you saw it throughout the media when all the outpouring and stuff, when everyone starts telling all these stories about Mike. I mean, I can go on and on. We can spend the rest of the day talking about stories of Coach Leach. But, yeah, we are, a spread-oriented team. I played at Valdosta State back in the day when Hal Mumme, Mike Leach, Jana Holgerson, all the innovators of the air raid system. Matter of fact, my dad was the one that did the air raid siren where they started calling it the air raid. So big part of all that. But, the spread concept of what we do is based off of that in the passing game. Our run game is different, and I think just throughout the years of coaching in high school, you adapt to what your capabilities are, and we like to spread it around. We like to get the ball to the guy that's hot and keep feeding him the ball, and sometimes it's through the air, sometimes on the ground. So we try to be a little bit more balanced in your traditional air raid. Your traditional air raid is going to throw the ball 80% of the time. We like to be a 50-50.
Guys, let me open this question up to you. I've talked to some of the programs that were here earlier. In your region, you have those built-in county rivalries. How much fun is that for you to have all the county teams and kind of centralized in this one region?
Well, yeah, it's definitely a lot of excitement that goes through because we play a good bit of teams, like maybe 4 or 3 rivals in one year. So there's definitely a lot of tension, and it just makes the game more exciting.
Yeah, like playing all these teams just makes like the Friday nights just so much more exciting. They're more fun. Our defense especially is more energized when we're playing a team that we know like is our rival, and it just makes us play a lot better. So I think having a region full of rivals just makes the season way more fun.
And we've highlighted some of the players on your team, but Coach, who are some other names that fans should keep an eye out for at North Hall this season?
I'm going to start defensively because Trey Patterson, again, he's another linebacker that could be sitting right up here, right next to Zeke, that does a phenomenal job, that gets after it, that he has that relentless motor, the effort that kid brings, and he plays with every single down. Charlie Dyer, I think, is the name to look out for this year at corner. And I'm saying because right now his name's popping out because what a great practice he had today, just watching and talking about the growth of somebody from one year. Landon Potter, and right now I'm talking about the defensive side of the ball. Landon Potter on the defensive line. Last year was his first year playing football, and he did really well last year. He was all region, and now he's become a force. We have a kid named Matthew Arceo. He's another young buck on the defensive line that we moved to linebacker to play some, and he's another one that's doing a great job. Having Connor Free back at free safety, he brings a lot of leadership there. Mason's another one that came on late. Mason Carrick, he came on late during the year last year and earned a starting job towards the end of the year at corner, and he's back, and hopefully he'll keep improving like he did last year. And then we got a couple new guys named Zeke Ortiz that's on the defensive line that's going to do a really good job. And who else am I missing? Zeke on the defensive side of the ball. That's Walker Davis. Yeah, Walker Davis last year, the guy that stepped in. He was Mr. Utility for us. I like to talk to him like transitioning from defense to offense, because last year when Tanner went down, they had to go to the defensive side of the ball with a broken hand. Walker Davis came in and had to fill on that quarterback as a true freshman. He's a sophomore, he has a lot more game experience. So I'm excited to see what Walker Davis is going to be. And again, he's Mr. Utility for us. We'll play him all over the place. On the offensive side of the ball, I can't say enough about Charlie House on the offensive line, a big physical force that works really hard. He's very strong in the weight room. And then you got like BK, Brecken Kirby. Brecken Kirby's put on, 25, 30 pounds this offseason of just really getting after it. He not only put on that weight, but he maintained his speed. He's also another person that was a first-year player in football last year that's come on, and I think he's earned, two scholarships so far in the off seasons, things that he's working out, and he's really becoming a force. I'm looking for him. Riles Purrier is probably our offense's most explosive player that we have on the team, and he has proven that all summer long, being a reliable receiving for a receiver for Tanner over here. And then in the backfield you have we got 3 returning. And then you got who's all returning? Well, Parker Carlton was a JV freshman last year that's going to be in the backfield. That's gonna play a lot along with Jacob Adams. Yeah, he's played quite a bit back there. And who else am I missing? Well, Tate Ruth, obviously that's 3. Tate Ruth was our leading rusher, and he has a broken hand right now, but he'll be back soon enough. And when he's back, he'll be ready to fit right in. I'm sure he won't miss a beat. Kickers, we're going to be better at that spot. Akeem's back. He's a year better. He was our starting kicker last year, and and Parker Dale is a solid punter for us, is a backup kicker. So we got a lot of weapons that we're ready to see what they're going to do. Corbin Soulsby, another new one to the team, playing receiver. He had a really good spring as well, so I'm excited to see what he's going to do as well. I think I got just about everybody. Mason McGill, offensive lineman. He's going to be in Big Red. I'm excited about our whole team, if you can't tell. I mean, there's the growth factor. We're still young on the offensive line. I don't think we have any seniors on the offensive line. Everybody is either junior, sophomore, and we even have one freshman I think is going to be in the mix before it's all said and done. And I'm really excited about this group of young men.
And pass the microphone on down. Guys, what is it like to play for a high-energy coach that really just loves the game and tends to, work well with players?
Well, for me, it just like every morning that I come into Pender's office, he's always excited about like new stuff he's drawing up, and he's always texting me, "Hey, come in early," and it kind of just makes me want to learn more and kind of a better motive for the game, just to learn and play. So.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. I mean, I play a little bit of offense, so I'm always there, hearing Coach cheer us on and encourage us. And obviously, he makes sure we're like in line. But he's really nice. He's really fun. The offense is just fun to be around, and then defensively, he coaches us a little bit too, makes sure we're like straight and in line.
Well, by the time this comes out on social media on Sunday, you'll only be a few days away from your scrimmage against Flowery Branch, I believe, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thanks for joining us today. And again, keep an eye out for our print preview edition, where staff writer David Friedlander is writing an in-depth look at all 11 schools in Hall County. Thank you very much.